What up, guys? Just playing some friggin' Craftopia here, and just wanted to show you how to do a wheat automation harvesting. It's actually not that difficult. It's going to be pretty frame rate intensive, but since a lot of stuff in the game, especially in game, unlocking the later maps, it requires so much wheat. This is pretty much what I found to be the only way to get any sort of progress quickly in the game. Anyway, building the bots is going to be limited to this as well because you need to make the little green barrels. I can't remember what they're called, but you got to make those with the wheat. So farming it by hand is just really not the way, I don't think. If you notice here, the crops will actually be physics interactive. So you drop them on a belt, they're going to ride the belt. What I noticed is the crops will essentially ignore a change in direction or a tile missing completely. They'll just grab the next one ahead of it before they have a chance to turn or to fall. So basically I'm exploiting that here. The wheat is getting cut by the bot as it goes around. It's being watered by the sprinklers. And yeah, the wheat just falls through the hole, and the crops will actually just straight up bypass that. You can make a smaller version of this in just a small circle, but I found it helps with the physics of the wheat for them to be separated a little bit. You'll notice over time, like they'll kind of bundle up together and leave plenty of space in between each other. I had probably 5 or 6 stacked on top of each other in each one of those. This here is where I'm putting down the plantations. This is the way I recommend doing that because you have to actually drop the seeds. And what's funny about this is you can put one seed, and as many plantations as you have stacked, that's how many are going to get planted with just one seed. So that's pretty broken, honestly. But yeah, this pretty much makes the crop gathering, it's far easier, which honestly I felt like it was way too difficult as it was in terms of what it needed for everything. The food requirements in this game, and it drops so quickly that you go through anything you make, and the expensive crops just take too much time, and there's not a lot you can do with them. So this is a way to kind of get those. You just put them on the platform and have a little blank space up top for them to land on, and they'll just sit there and stack endlessly. The only issue with stacking too high, one is the physics. They'll interact way too much, causing the frame rate to just completely dip to almost unplayable levels. I've gotten as low as like 10 FPS by overdoing this. But yeah, just go ahead and once you get on once you get them all stacked, get to a seed equip, throw it in, and then once it's ready to harvest, all you got to do is stand on top and swing the sword, or jump in the air and swing and do the kind of downward spike, and that will harvest it all, and all the items will just suck straight to you through all the plantations. So it's really not a big deal. I haven't found a great way to automate this in a loop, because you have to manually put the seeds in, and it just seems so wasteful to have to drop it in seeds in different plantations at different times when you can hit them all together one time and just get a huge amount. So I don't know. I think this is the best way for plants. I really don't think AFK is the way to go until we get some sort of seed automation feature. I really wish they had let us automate belts into cannons, because then we could have some sort of situation where seeds go on a loop and go into cannons which shoot into those plantations again. I think that would be really cool. But right now we don't have anything like that. But right here, this is my big wheat harvesting field. I did it a little different than the other one. The other one, the wheat fields pass over a hole, and in this situation, the wheat fields just pass over a turn. So they just pass straight over that turn. The wheat will take the turn, and the actual wheat crop that gets harvested will take the turn, but the wheat fields will pass it straight up. They'll just keep moving on towards that ramp. And as you see, everything just kind of falls straight through, and I have the cutter there right before. Just if you want to lock in the cutter, all you got to do is put something around his head. The flat little ceilings there are holding him in. You can actually just put him on the track and put one ceiling in front of him. That's another way. As you can see here, this is my output from my crop. I tend to get, I don't know, between 100 every few minutes. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. It looks like I'm harvesting a ton, but it doesn't. Like, you'll see 20 go in, and you may see like 7 or 8 that are actually in the chest itself. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if that's a bug or I'm not sure, but it does fill up. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to fill this thing up, maybe a little less now that I've optimized it more. And that really depends on how many wheat fields I put up there. And that is going to be determined how much lag I'm willing to deal with. Because really, if you overdo that wheat field, you'll get tons of wheat, but you are going to suffer immensely with lag, and it almost makes it unplayable. Honestly, I'm getting probably 20 FPS. I have a good system when I'm doing stuff like this, especially if I'm also harvesting resource nodes on the same map. But anyway, this is the end result. You can sit there and just make that wheat flour all day, and you have enough to unlock maps that'll let you build bots and vehicles and all the things that are locked behind the wheat. I haven't found a ton of